Follow up to both ministers. Leadership race is about to be launched, or is launched, but
we're running today. David and I are
that's what I thought too. I was looking at it.
We'll be joint.
Actually, I thought it was Miss O'Gorman, quite frankly.
The co-prime ministers. We're appealing to the over 50 male electorate that we need. But
I am curious though. Have you chosen a horse for this race? Either of you? Who would you support in this leadership race?
So I'm not going to speak publicly about who I support. I, like many members of the Liberal Party, will be looking at the policies and what they propose to give a fresh vision of the Liberal Party, and I'll personally be looking at the person who is best to fight Pierre Poilievre's toxic messaging that I think is very dangerous for a lot of Canadians. So there's a slate of candidates out there. I think everyone knows Chrystia Freeland. I think we should give Canadians and Liberal Party members the opportunity to evaluate her on her merits. She's tested, battle tested, so people can judge accordingly. Mark Carney, who was rumored to announce, has a very solid background in the private sector, so people can see the attractiveness. He's a goalie like me. So, don't bet against a goalie, but obviously you want to see whether he can do the butterfly or whether he can flash some glove, or what he does to a guy that sits in his crease. Can he crack him in the legs a bit? And I think, you want to see someone that's battle tested. Karina Gold, great colleague who's been really positive in Parliament. She's a bit younger, so I think that's an appeal to some members of the party. And I've been good friends with Frank Baylis as a colleague, so I wish them all good luck. But I think for Liberal members, it's an important opportunity to look at what the policies are and focus on the policies, and our ability not only to win a leadership race, but to take it into the next election with a unified team that we haven't been over the last little while. It's showed in the polls. I don't think that. That's something that goes away with the departure of the Prime Minister. This is something that, if we're not unified as a party, then Canadians will see that. So I expect this as an opportunity for us to unify as a party, and that'll be my message to folks when they ask me. David?
Like this question of leadership and our responsibilities right now vis-a-vis the United States, for me, is perhaps more circumscribed. What I want Canadians to know is that it is possible for this democracy to have a party, and a party in power, conduct a leadership race while running a government. My efforts are entirely focused on trying to make sure that we meet our obligations vis-a-vis an incoming American presidential administration. That's what I am focused on. We're looking at practical measures to implement on a daily, weekly basis. We're spending a lot of time communicating now through our operational folks and official folks with our counterparts in the United States. We're working with our provincial counterparts, big city mayors, business leaders. I think that's, for me, where I'm focusing 100% of my time. In the question of leadership, the leadership will take its course. I am watching it. I'm encouraging all my colleagues, but I think it's important for Canadians to know we can do both. We can walk and chew gum at the same time. And the leadership is an important function of our democracy. But this business right now of the Canada-US relationship is paramount. It's a new landscape. We haven't seen this in a while. It's not unfamiliar to governments, but it's one we've got to get right as we manage this relationship going forward.